Every morning I walked into my office knowing someone had been there before me. My blinds were open, my desk exposed, and my dignity on display for everyone to judge. He thought embarrassing me would make me fall in line. Instead, it made me plan the most silent revenge of my career. I used to be a partner at a law firm. Not an associate. Not a junior attorney. A partner. That title matters because it means something. Years of grinding, late nights, missed weekends, pressure that never lets up. And yet, despite all of that, one man decided I wasn't respectable enough. Let's call him Chad. Chad was the kind of guy who believed professionalism had a very specific look. Clean desk, empty surface, papers hidden away. A showroom office. My office? The opposite. Stacks of documents. Uneven piles. Copies of files I was actively working on. Not chaos-controlled clutter. I knew where everything was. I could grab what I needed instantly instead of digging through filing cabinets. But Chad didn't care about efficiency. He cared about image. And he made sure everyone knew it. It started small. Little comments during partner meetings. Some of us like to keep our desks organized. A laugh. A glance in my direction. At firm events, it got worse. Holiday parties, drinks in hand. Chad would smile and say things like, "You should see his office. It's like a paper hurricane." Everyone laughed. I smiled too. But inside, that smile was doing heavy lifting. So I'd fire back calmly, quoting Einstein. If a cluttered desk is a sign of a cluttered mind, then what is an empty desk a sign of? Polite chuckles. Conversation moved on. But Chad didn't stop. Because this wasn't about desks. It was about control. Our offices lined the inside wall of the building. Each one had a long window next to the door facing the hallway. Tall enough for anyone passing by to see straight inside. Normally, the shades stayed closed. Privacy. Professionalism. One morning, I arrived at work. And my shades were open. My entire desk on display. I shrugged it off, closed them. Next morning, open again. Now I noticed the feeling. That small tightening in the chest. That quiet question forming. Why? I watched closely. Other offices? Shades closed. Always. Then it hit me. Chad arrived earlier than everyone. And suddenly this wasn't an accident. It was a message. Every morning became the same routine. Arrived. See the open blinds? And every morning I felt just a little smaller. Because this wasn't loud. It was subtle. Calculated. Humiliating in a way that left no witnesses. And that's the worst kind of disrespect. The kind that makes you doubt yourself for even feeling upset. Am I overreacting? Is this worth confronting? We were partners. Professionals. So I considered talking to him. But then I realized something. Chad wasn't joking anymore. He was testing how much he could get away with. And I decided, if he wanted petty, I could do petty. Before I ever joined the firm, there had been a group trip to a nearby lake. I remembered it vaguely. But then I found the photos. And one photo? It was perfect. Chad. backward ball cap, standing next to a female employee, flexing, except that he had skinny arms, almost no biceps, a forced pose that screamed insecurity. He didn't look powerful. He looked like a guy trying very hard to look impressive. And failing. I stared at that photo for a long time. Then I smiled. I enlarged the photo to a 4 size. Then made multiple color copies. Insurance. On the back I wrote, "Star, please do not open my blinds. I prefer to keep them closed. Also, if you remove this photo, I will put up another." I taped it to my blinds. Picture facing outward. Note facing inward. If the blinds stayed closed, no one would see a thing. But if someone opened them, everyone would. And whoever did it would have to read the note first. It was elegant. Unavoidable. The next morning I felt something I hadn't felt in weeks. Excitement. A little anxiety. I walked down the hallway. Stopped. My blinds were closed. For a second I thought, maybe he finally stopped. Then I opened my office door. The photo was gone. Ripped off. Only a bit of tape remained. And suddenly, everything made sense. I taped another copy up. Next morning, gone again. Blinds still closed. After that, no more tampering. Ever. Chad never said a word. No jokes. No comments. And my blinds? Left alone. He'd gotten the message. Loud and clear. Without me ever confronting him. There was no explosion. No argument. Omar meeting up. Just silence. The kind that tells you someone lost a battle they never thought they'd fight. I kept my desk exactly how I wanted it. And Chad? He learned something far more painful than embarrassment. He learned limits. Sometimes justice isn't loud. Sometimes it doesn't clap back. Sometimes it just lets someone expose themselves. And that's enough. If this story made you smile, or reminded you of someone who deserved a little karma, hit like. Drop a comment, what's the smartest revenge you've ever seen? And subscribe to Storix Daily for more stories where disrespect meets consequences. Because the best revenge is done quietly.